Hi viewers, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles Peace. In today's video we'll be making a beautiful hat. It's going to be a combination of African and English fabric. Now if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I publish another video. Now to achieve this hat, it has three different parts. The upper part, the middle part, and the outer part, that is the brim of the hat. Now firstly, I will use the pattern paper to cut out the center, that is the upper part of the hat. Now this is my pattern paper. I'll fold it into four to cut out the circular part at the top. We fold it. Now you just fold the paper into four as the way you normally cut circle. Then I will use 4.5 inches. I'll measure it round. Now I will join the lines together. Now cut it out. Now this is the upper part, that is the circular part. Now I'll be combining these two fabrics to be a reversible one. You can use the front, you can use the back. This will be the main fabric, while this will be the inner one. You can as well use it on the other way around. So I will cut this out with this fabric and cut this out as well. The next one, that is the second circular part before the brim. Now to get the brim, I will measure 3.5 inches round. Then I will join it together. From this point here, I will measure 8.5 inches round. Then I will join it together. Then I'll cut it out. Then I'll cut this part off as well. So this will serve as the brim. So I'll be cutting this into 4 pieces. That is 2 each, both for the front and back. So the next thing we'll be cutting now will be the middle part of the hat. Now to get the middle part, you measure 4.5 inches for the width, and the length is 11.5 inches. This is 11.5 inches. This is 11.5 here. I will join the lines together. Now 4.5 by 11.5 inches. The next thing I will do, from the down part here, I will remove 1.2 inches. This 1.2 inches here. Then I will join it, slant it to this down part. Then to the upper part, I will as well remove 1.2 inches. Then from this place, I will measure 0.8 inches inward. Then I will join this point to this point. The next thing I will do is to join this point here to the line here as well. So now cut it out, don't be confused. We measured the width is 4.5, the length is 11.5. I removed 1.2 inches here as well, 1 minus 1.2 inches here, and from this point I remove 0.8 inches here. Then I slant it to join the upper line here. Now I have to cut it. Now by the time I open it up like this is what we'll be having. Now we have cut all the pattern. This is the upper part, this is the middle part, and this is the brim, which is the outer part. So I will use this pattern to cut out the main fabric. Now this middle part, I'll cut only one from the main fabric. This one is for the middle part. And I'll cut out the circular part. Now this part, I'll cut 2 of these. So this is the 2 sides. This is how it will be after sewing it. So this is how it will look like. We are done with this English fabric. This is the upper part. Now what I will do now is to notch the center. This center here, the way I mark it, I have to notch the 4 edges. I'll fold it into 4 like this. Then I will notch the 4 edges. And see that 1, 2, 3, 4. I've notched it. Like this is the main body of the cap that will be holding the 2 upper and the lower sides together. We are done with this part. The next thing we'll do is to cut the next fabric, which we will use as the lining. So I've cut 2 of these as well. Then I'll cut the next one. Here we have cut this as well, remaining the center part. Now we are done with the cutting. This is the main fabric here, while this is the lining. So the next thing is to cut. I'll be cutting interface for 3 of them. It will be only for the main fabric. This one will not have any interface. So I will cut 2 pieces for this, 1 piece for this, and 1 piece for this. This is what will make it to stand very well. Now to start the sewing, first of all, I'll pick this long part, which is the middle part of the hat. I'll sew it with 1/2 inch. I'll run a stretch stitch on it. So this is the side that will be standing like this. So I have to join it together first. This is the first part. So after sewing it, then I'll show you the next part that we'll join. I've joined it together, so the next thing to do is to locate all the points, center point of this heart. Now what I mean there is we have already joined this part of the center, so now here and here, if you do it like this, this is the center here. I put a notch here and as well put a notch here and here. So now the same thing, that's what we did when we are cutting it. So we have 4 points here, 1 2 3 4. So I'll fix it exactly at all the notch on this side. So I pick this side and I place it directly to that notch part. I'll pin it together as well. Look for another notched part here. I pin it as well. Now I've joined it together. You can see that I've joined it. So the next thing I'll do is to pick the lining as well. I'll sew it like this, and I use the circular part to cover it the way I did this. Then I'll show you the next thing we'll be doing. Now I've joined the lining as well. So what I'll do is to pick the lining and join it with the main heart. Remember, the joining side should face the joining side as well. So I'll sew it round with the lining. Then I'll show you the next thing we'll be doing. Now I've joined the lining and the main body of the heart. So what I'll do now is to turn it to the right side. Now the next thing I'll do is to top stitch. I'll top stitch it round. Then we'll go to the brim side. Now I've top stitch the inside. So the next thing we'll do now is to join this piece together. Just place it like this. And sew the two edges. Sew this and sew this. Now I've joined the two sides together. So this one should be aside. You can see what I mean. This is how it will look after sewing it. This is how it should look like. So now I'll leave this one aside. Then I'll pick the lining as well and sew the two edges the same way I did the blue part. I will put it together and sew. We are almost done. Now I've joined the lining as well. What I'll do now is to put two of them together. Relax and keep watching. Please pause and subscribe to my channel for more exciting videos like this. Okay, what we'll do now is the right side should face each other. Right sides should face each other. Then we'll sew it round. Just put them together. Make sure all of them are in line. Then I will go and sew it. Okay guys, I've actually joined them together. So what I'll do now is to use my scissors and put a notch, carefully put a notch round. Now I've notched it. The next thing is to turn it over. Turning it to drag it in a bit so that it will give you the same shape. Okay guys, you can see how it is. The next thing I will do now is top stitch, top stitch, top stitch. So now you can decide to run it round for 3 times, 4 times, depending on how you want it, as much as you want. If you don't want, you can just top stitch the upper side and the inner side. But if you want to make it a design, you can as well run it round before you can now cover it with this part. You can see we are done. We are almost done. You can see how it will look by the time we finish it. Now I'll join it. You can see I've top stitched the down part and the upper part. Okay, second to the last part we'll be doing now is to fix the main body with the brim. So I'm gonna take it like this. It's how we're gonna be sewing it. Take it round till we are done. So after joining it, I'll show you the last thing which we'll be doing, and we are done. Okay guys, I've really joined the upper side and the lower side. So this is the inside, while this is the outside. Now the last thing is to give this part a nice finishing touch. So we use something and cover it. If you want, you can use the same material from this lining and cover it, or you use your bias tape, whichever way you want. It's up to you, it's optional. Okay guys, now I'll be using my bias tape to close up these parts. Just have to close it up neatly. So first of all, hold it from these parts and run it around. After running it around, then I'll use this other part to close it up. That should be the last thing we'll be sewing. Okay guys, we're actually done. You can see how beautiful it looks. And this is the inside. If you want, you can turn it over. This is the reversible hat. So you can see how beautiful it looks. So you can go ahead and iron it. We'll iron it now to give it a fine look. You can go ahead and put your ribbon on it to make it to be more beautiful. Okay guys, this is the final look of the beautiful hat that we have made. You can see how it is. This is the inside, while this is the outer part of the hat. So this is the back, the lining part. You can still use it as a front cap. You can decide either to use this side or the blue side. You can go ahead and put something like this to hold it if you want it to be this way. Okay guys, and you can as well use a ribbon to beautify it. Okay guys, you can see how it looks. Beautiful. So I would like to see you make your own beautiful hats. If you make your own, just join me on my Facebook group at Elegant Styles and Tutorial and upload the picture of the one you have made on my group. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I publish another video. Do you like this video? I want you to give it a like and drop your comments at the comment section. Bye for now.